How long have I lived in Lynchburg? This August will be 40 years. Before that, I came here from South Carolina. What brought me to Lynchburg was General Electric. They have a sister company in Florence, South Carolina, and I worked there as a secretary for 13 years. They were actually moving everything to Lynchburg, and so we came to Lynchburg through GE. The very first thing that I loved about Lynchburg was the mountains. Growing up in flat South Carolina, I rarely ever saw a mountain unless I traveled north. Every house that I have ever lived in Lynchburg, which is probably about 13, have had a mountain view. I just love the mountains. The second part was the history. I have always loved history. Lynchburg has so much history, starting with Poplar Forest with Thomas Jefferson, and then learning all about the Quakers and John Lynch, and then everything, the historical area, the river, all those things. I just love the history of Lynchburg. The craziest thing that ever happened to me when showing a house is also the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me. So I had a couple who wanted to see a house in Concord. So we traveled to Concord. We come into a hallway and there's 3 doors. They're all closed. I swing open the door and I hear this horrible gasp from my clients. So I quickly turn around and look as to what they're looking at. It was a full-length, prone position, naked man on the wall, with all of his features promptly shown. And we knew it was the husband of the house because we had seen his picture 100 times upstairs. I slammed the door. We ran up the stairs. We didn't say a word. There was no words. We just ran out the door. We got in the car and we just burst out laughing. It was the most embarrassing but the craziest thing. I have given this advice to every new agent who I have ever interviewed, and the answer to it is oftentimes whether or not I will hire them. And it is, you need to be passionate about real estate. Too many times I see an agent come into the business and they will try this and then they'll try that, and they just, for 5 years, they'll keep trying stuff. Well, this doesn't work. Well, let me try this. If you're passionate about it, it will come to you. I can tell you the people who I have never hired, when they say, you know, why do you want to be in real estate? And they say, oh, I love to see houses. Being a realtor is not about seeing houses. If you want to do that, you probably need to be in the decorating business. And I just think that's what you need to be a great realtor.